Hello guys, you're on the Auto Expert channel. We previously reported on the channel that following tariff reductions for Chinese electric vehicles in Canada, 3 companies announced they would supply electric vehicles in 2026. These companies are BYD, Chery, and Geely. All 3 companies are currently undergoing certification in Canada. However, the threat of US sanctions remains a concern, and each company plans to address them in its own way. Recently, Geely's board of directors discussed the possibility of circumventing the ban on electric vehicle imports to North America following its first quarter results. As a reminder, Zeekr vehicles have long been supplied to Mexico since the summer of 2024. Now their target is a retail network in Canada. And the solution is very simple. Instead of directly challenging high US import tariffs, Geely's management is pursuing a localization strategy. The existing manufacturing plant operated by sister brands Volvo and Polestar in South Carolina represents a logical starting point for local assembly operations. Why would Geely rely on these plants, you ask? For those unfamiliar, Geely is a global company that owns sub-brands such as Lotus, Volvo, Polestar, Lynk & Co., Zeekr, and others. In this context, it's interested in brands like Zeekr and Lynk & Co., which offer electric and hybrid models. A separate regulatory issue remains: a proposed US ban on vehicles equipped with Chinese software planned for the 2027 model year. Geely will need to adapt its technology to comply with this potential regulation. Since Chinese cars are believed to be equipped with eavesdropping devices, they will have to replace the software and hardware with that proposed by local authorities. Chinese automakers face significant barriers in the US market, including high tariffs and political resistance. However, Geely is developing a strategic workaround that could lead to its brands, including Zeekr and Lynk & Co., gaining a foothold in North America in the near future. The key lies in the production capacity of its subsidiary brands, Volvo and Polestar. Geely's plan to export cars straight from the Volvo plant in North Carolina to dealerships in Canada is now clear. Geely is starting with the Zeekr sub-brand, slated for the second and third quarters of 2026. Hopefully, this brand expansion in Canada will also take into account the expansion of its dealer network in major cities like Toronto, Montreal, Calgary, and Ottawa. Share your thoughts on the Zeekr brand and its imminent presence in the Canadian market in the comments below. As is our channel's tradition, we'll take a closer look at one of the models from this sub-brand. The Zeekr 9X has already established itself globally as a popular premium SUV with high demand. Let's quickly discuss its on-road competitors to get a sense of what we'll encounter this year, and then move on to the exterior, interior, and powertrain. The Zeekr 9X's main competitors in the Canadian market are large, premium luxury SUVs. First and foremost is the Range Rover, one of the most prestigious SUVs in the world, renowned for its combination of luxury, powerful engines, and off-road capability. Another serious rival is the BMW X7, a large 3-row crossover popular in Canada for its spacious interior, modern technology, and powerful gasoline engines. Another key competitor is the Mercedes-Benz GLS. It's often called the S-Class of SUVs because it offers a high level of comfort, advanced driver assistance systems, and a premium interior. Among North American brands, the Cadillac Escalade remains a significant player, an iconic full-size SUV long associated with status and luxury. In addition to the classic version, the all-electric Cadillac Escalade IQ is also appearing on the Canadian market, a large 7-seat SUV with approximately 750 horsepower and a range of up to 748 kilometers on a single charge. In the technology segment, the Tesla Model X also competes with the Escalade, an electric SUV with a high level of digital features, rapid acceleration, and a well-developed charging network in Canada. At the end of the video, we'll provide a table with a real-world comparison of the specifications and prices of all the models listed. First of all, let's look at the exterior of the luxury SUV. This thing pulls up looking like it owns the whole parking lot. Big, bold, and boxy, but in that ultra-luxury way. Like, imagine a high-end SUV had a glow-up and hit the gym. Yeah, that. Up front, you've got this massive clean grille design and super sharp lighting that just stares you down. It's giving serious move-out-of-my-way energy. And the body? Smooth, sculpted, and ridiculously premium. No weird lines, no over-design, just pure confidence. From the side, it's long, wide, and planted. You know this thing's got presence on the road. And when you get to the rear boom, sleek tailgate, clean light bar, super modern look. It's simple, but it hits hard. Honestly, if this is where EV luxury SUVs are going in the US and Canada, yeah, the competition should be nervous. Because Zeekr didn't just show up, they showed off. Okay, now let's talk about the powertrain, because the Zeekr 9X is absolutely not showing up with a normal setup. This thing uses Zeekr's SEA Super Hybrid system on a 900V platform, and the numbers are just wild. Up to 1,000 kilowatts, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.1 seconds, and 380 kilometers of pure electric range on the CLTC cycle. That is serious. Wait, this is a hybrid? Energy. And here is the part that really cooks. Zeekr says you can go from 20 to 80% charge in just 8.5 minutes. So yeah, this is not some sleepy family SUV. It is big, it is fast, and it has the kind of powertrain that makes you look twice and go, hold on, what did they put in this thing? Alright, now let's really step inside the Zeekr 9X 2026. Because this interior is next level crazy. First off, it's a true 3-row, 6-seat luxury setup. And not the third row is tiny kind. Nope. Real space, real comfort, like a private jet on wheels. Up front, you're hit with dual 5K OLED screens, super crisp, super fast, plus a massive AR head-up display that basically turns your windshield into a video game. And then, boom, second row. This is where things get wild. You've got cloud lounge seats, full-on reclining, leg rests, massage, heating, cooling. Like, bro, this is not a car anymore. This is business class. Oh, and there's a 1.7-inch sliding OLED screen in the back that literally turns the cabin into a mini movie theater. Netflix road trip, anyone? Now let's talk sound. This thing has a Naim audio system with up to 32 speakers, seat vibrations, and almost 4,000 watts of power. That's not music. That's a live concert in your SUV. Materials? We're talking Nappa, leather, wood, soft touch everything. Crystal style controls, it's giving serious Rolls-Royce energy, but with futuristic tech everywhere. Honestly, if this lands in the US or Canada like this, people are gonna sit inside and go, wait, why does my house feel worse than this? Okay, let's talk money. In China, pricing starts at around $65K and goes up to about $85K, depending on the trim. So here's the breakdown real quick. You've got the Max the entry model, but don't get it twisted. It's already AWD with big power and full tech. This is like base model, but still luxury. Then comes the Ultra. Now you're getting more comfort, upgraded second row seats, and that premium feel really kicks in. Step up to the Hyper, and things get spicy, better suspension, more advanced driver tech, and some wild interior features like rotating seats. Yeah, rotating. And then at the top, Obsidian Black. This is the full no compromises spec. Maximum luxury, maximum power, everything turned up to 11. If this lands in the US or Canada anywhere near this price, traditional luxury brands are gonna have a problem. In the Canadian luxury SUV market, competition is extremely strong, with established leaders like Range Rover, BMW X7, Mercedes-Benz GLS, Cadillac Escalade IQ, and Tesla Model X. Each dominates a different area, from prestige and comfort to electric performance and technology. Zeekr 9X enters this segment as a new challenger, combining high performance, long hybrid range, and electric level acceleration, positioning itself between traditional luxury SUVs and next-generation electric flagships. Tell us in the comments whether this newcomer can handle the competition and how they can best attract clients. Support the channel with a like and a subscription. We read every comment. Thanks for watching. Bye everyone.